In this video, I'm going to teach you how using BBB complaints can improve your chances of getting negative items deleted from your credit report. Let's begin. Now, for all of my basketball heads out there, no, BBB does not stand for Big Baller Brand, but shout outs to LeVar though. In this case, BBB is actually an acronym that stands for Better Business Bureau, and this is a non-governmental, non-profit organization that helps consumers like you and me find businesses that we can trust. Now, the BBB does this through things like their BBB accreditation program, providing reviews from customers that have had experiences at these businesses, and through handling complaints that come from customers as well. But of all these three things, for the sake of this video, we're only going to be focusing on the BBB complaints because this is what's going to be used to help us get better results during our credit repair disputing, and I'll explain why. Now, before I break down the step-by-step process on how you can use BBB complaints in your credit repair dispute flow, I think it's important first that I take some time to answer a lot of questions that I know some of you guys may have as you're watching this video. And one of the first ones may be, well, why are BBB complaints even useful when it comes to improving my credit repair results in the first place? Now, when it comes to incorporating BBB complaints, most credit repair specialists don't usually get them involved until about rounds 2 to 3, 3 to 4, when you've sent out a couple of months of disputes to the credit reporting agencies and you're either A, not getting a response back from the credit reporting agencies, or B, you are getting a response, but the items that you're disputing on keep coming back as verified. So much like a complaint to the CFPB, typically you file a complaint to the BBB when you feel like you've reached a point in your credit repair dispute flow where you've exhausted every option, every resource, every step, every procedure under the sun. You haven't gotten that item updated or deleted, and now you feel like you're at an impasse and you're not necessarily sure how to proceed. But does this mean that you absolutely 100% have to wait until you get to that point of your credit repair dispute flow to file a complaint with the BBB? Not necessarily. So speaking from my personal experience, I'm starting to see that the credit reporting agencies are becoming way more non-compliant than they've ever been before. So with that being said, one thing I started doing is for my clients, I'm actually sending out complaints to the BBB and the CFPB as early as rounds 1 and round 2, because I'm just under the assumption that you guys are gonna come back with these items as verified anyways. So I figured I'm gonna just get ahead of the 8 ball and start sending out the complaints now, because I know I'm gonna have to send them out at any point in time. But that's just me, right? If you're watching this, chances are you're probably already at round 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 of trying to fix your own credit. So this is still the perfect time for you to start incorporating BBB complaints in your dispute flow if you haven't already. Now, another question I know you guys may have when it comes to these BBB complaints are, what type of accounts can we use BBB complaints against? And more often than not, usually if someone's doing a BBB complaint, it's for a collections account on their credit report, but you're not necessarily limited to only using them for that. You can use them also with credit card companies that are reporting negative or inaccurate information on your behalf. But for the sake of this video, once I get to the step-by-step part of the process, I'm going to be doing the step-by-step as if I'm filing it for a collections agency. But the process, whether you're doing it for a collections agency or a credit card company, it's literally the exact same thing. So another question I know that you all are probably gonna have is, well, can these BBB complaints actually serve as a replacement for the letters that I have been using in my dispute flow? And the answer to that question is no, all right? It doesn't matter if you're doing Metro 2 compliance-based challenges or you're doing factual-based disputing. You want to make sure that you never use the BBB complaints as a round of letters, right? It's supposed to be looked at as an add-on. It's an extra measure that you take on top of the letters that you're already sending out. Not a replacement, just an add-on. Another question that you guys may have is, well, how exactly do the BBB complaints work? So simply put, what's going to happen is you're going to go over to bbb.org and you're going to submit a complaint against the company that you're sending disputes out against, right? Now, once that complaint is submitted, the BBB has about 2 business days to send it over to the company that you're disputing with, and they're gonna give that company about 14 days to respond back to that complaint. If they don't get back to the BBB within those 14 days, they send another request after that to see if they can get a response. Now, the BBB will make sure to make you aware of what they do or don't hear back from the business, and then from there, they will end up closing the complaint after 30 business days have passed. And the final question I'm sure you guys may have is, well, what happens if I file a complaint, but I'm still not able to get that deletion that I was looking for on my credit report? And the answer to that question is very simple. You can elect to file another complaint because there is no cap on how many complaints that you could file with the BBB, right? But just remember, like I said earlier in the video, these complaints should never serve as a replacement to the letters that you are sending out in your dispute flow. They should only be an add-on. With that being said, let's get into the step-by-step on how you can file a complaint with the BBB. Step number 1, you're gonna head over to bbb.org and you're gonna scroll to the middle of the page and click the bluish button that says file a complaint. Step number 2, once you click that button, you're gonna be directed to another page that's gonna say file a complaint at the top. And then from there, it's gonna give you 4 options to choose from, right? Now, if you're filing this complaint for credit repair purposes, you're gonna click the first bubble that says, I'd like to file a complaint against the business and have BBB help me get a resolution to my problem. Step number 3, now you're gonna get directed to another page that's gonna ask you for the name of the company and the address of the company that you're looking to file a complaint against. Once you know the name of that company, you're gonna type it into the text box on screen and it's gonna generate a bunch of company names that are similar or the exact same as the company that you're looking to file a complaint with, right? But it's gonna give you different addresses for those companies. If you're not necessarily sure which address belongs to the company you're filing a complaint with, the easiest way to do this is to go to your credit report on identityiq.com, go to the very bottom of your credit report, and from there you're going to get a list of all the addresses that are attached to all the companies reporting information on your credit report. Find the name of the company that you're looking to file a complaint with, the address that's matched up with it on your credit report, and match it up with whatever address is showing in the BBB database, and from there you should be fine to go. Step number 4, once you select the business that you're going to be filing a complaint against, a separate window is going to pop up that's going to ask you several questions that the BBB wants to ask in order to qualify how they will process your dispute. You can take time to read each and every single question, but ultimately you're going to end up selecting no for each question that they ask and then continuing from there. Step number 5, from there you're going to get directed to the next page where they're going to ask you for your personal information such as name, address, email, and phone number, right? Now for email and phone number, make sure you put the email and phone number that are easiest to reach you at, because when it comes to the processing of your complaint, these are the 2 main things that the BBB is going to be using to get in contact with you to give you updates about your complaint processing. Step number 6, they're going to ask you if the issue occurred within the last 12 months, which basically means did the account appear on your credit report within the last 12 months, yes or no. Whether you choose yes or whether you choose no will have absolutely no weight on how they process the complaint. So be honest and what you tell them as it pertains to that. And then the follow-up question after that is going to be a question in regards to your health. You could basically pick no or yes for that, whatever one you feel best suits you from there. And then you go on to the next step. Step number 7, on that same exact page, you're gonna scroll down more to the middle of the page and it's gonna give you an open-ended section where the BBB is gonna ask you to give an explanation about, what exactly the situation is. Now, this is where it's really up to you, right? You can do a couple of things here. You can basically type a quick summarization of whatever you have in the dispute letter that you're sending out on that round. Or if you want, you can copy and paste the entire dispute letter as is and then basically paste it in that section as well. It's entirely up to you. Maybe if you're using factual-based disputing, right? You want to maybe quote some of the laws, 15 USC, in there. It's entirely up to you, right? There's no right or wrong thing to put in there. Step number 8, right under that box, you're going to see a drop-down menu where it's going to ask you to click your desired resolution. From there, you're going to click correction to a credit report. On that same exact page, it's also going to ask you to attach files, which are going to be supporting documentation that you can use to help buffer your complaint. And this is where you're going to attach things like your proof of ID and your proof of address, right? So like a driver's license and maybe an electricity bill, the same things that you would attach to your dispute letter. You're also going to attach the dispute letter that you're sending out for that round against that company, and along with any other supporting documentation that you may have that you feel like strengthens your dispute to get the negative item updated or removed. Step number 9 is it's going to bring you to a final page that's going to be a review of all the information that you put in from the beginning of the complaint up until now so that you can review it. And it's also going to show 3 boxes right under that with some different points that you can either click off on. You're only really going to need to click on the 3 options that are in the last box at the bottom of the page. And once you click on those 3 options in the last box to authorize that you are, ready to submit the complaint, you'll be able to submit the complaint. From there, using the contact information that you provided, the BBB will be able to keep you updated with the processing of your complaint as it goes on. And finally, step number 10 is you're going to like and subscribe for more content like this because this video is done. Peace.